Hey guys, I'm April from Giggle Glitter Graphics, and this week for Freebie Friday, we are going steampunk. Our project today is a steampunk wallet full of fun tickets, currency, and cards. If you are a member of my email list, you will get this project delivered directly to your inbox today. If you're not a member and would like to join, you can find a link to sign up and get this project sent to you immediately in the description down below. This freebie is the perfect addition to this week's new project kit, which you can find in my Etsy shop, Gilded Gear Marketplace. Gilded Gear explores a steampunk marketplace, taking you on a tour of 3 shops and introducing you to a full cast of characters with pre-written backstories. So if you're interested in some more steampunk projects, head to the description down below and check out the link to my Etsy shop. For supplies today, all you need is a pair of scissors and a liquid glue with a fine point. I'm using Beacon Fabri-Tac, but you can use any glue that you like. I have also finished all of the edges on my pieces with vintage photo distress ink. This freebie contains 6 pages, all with printing instructions included at the top of the page. The page with the money on it will be printed on copy paper. I use a 32-pound copy paper, and the rest of the pages are printed on 110-pound cardstock. You will need to print the steampunk wallet paper on the back side of the sheet that has this wallet body and these small tickets on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out all of my wallet pieces, the back panel, and everything that is brown leather. And I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 pieces for this leather strap and glue them back to back to make a double-sided strap. And then we're just going to put that off to the side to dry for now. Next, we need to pre-fold a couple of our pieces. So we're going to look at this panel here, which needs to be folded along this line in between the 2 squares and this line along the tab. I recommend folding in the tab first and then folding this over to come just to that crease. You need to be able to fold this tab all the way over without this panel buckling or popping up. If this is lifting up and not laying flat, you need to readjust your crease or just trim a little bit off on this inside edge. You can see I've put a little bit of distress ink in here, and that is just going to hide that white paper once this is put together. You also need to fold the wallet in half. There's going to be a light line right down the middle. So you're just going to fold that directly in half and give it a good crease and then open it back up. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue and we can start gluing some things together. So starting with this piece that we have already folded, I'm going to glue the backs together of these larger pieces. I'm not putting glue on the tab. Again, you can use a glue stick for this, any glue that you like. I'm just sticking with my Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to fold that over. And I am going to grab a bone folder. If you don't have one, you can just use your hands. And I'm just going to smooth out my glue a little bit. So now we have this panel with the tab on it, and the tab is going to go to the right. Next, we're going to get this slightly larger, taller panel with the curved bottom as well as this rounded pocket. And we're going to attach this rounded pocket right to the bottom of this larger panel by putting glue on the right-hand side and the bottom only. So along those straight edges, a nice thin line of glue following that nice curve. And then I'm just going to line it up at the bottom and put those 2 together. Right like that. Next, I'm going to come back to my tabbed panel. This is going to hook right behind on the right-hand side, and the top is going to line up between the 2 pieces. So glue on the tab. And this is where I do like to use liquid glue so I can move things around, but I kind of give it a smush so it's not too gooey. And I'm just going to lay this piece right on top of the tab, make sure that my tops are lined up, and then I'm going to fold this all the way over because we want this to fold closed. I'm going to give this a good press on the back and make sure that things are laying fairly flat. They are. And you see when you open it up, you do have a little crease down here. So you can use distress ink in there like I did. You can also use a marker or something else to hide that little light spot if you want. You could put gold pen in there. That would also work with some of the gold details. So you can cover that up any way you like. But I'm going to leave mine as it is. It doesn't really bother me too much. Next, I'm going to grab this little pocket piece here with the gear on it, and we're going to place that right here on our flip panel. And I'm just going to put a thin line of glue on 3 sides, left, right, and bottom. And I'm going to place this on here and have it line up with the left-hand side, but not go into this crease area. You want to make sure that it is shifted all the way over, and then give this another fold just to make sure everything is moving nicely. If things get pushed over and you have an overhang on this side, you can just trim that off with your scissors really quick. Next, let's go ahead and slide our wallet over, and this piece here is going to glue in right here. And this is also going to serve as a pocket, so we don't want to glue it all the way down. We are just going to glue the 3 sides and leave the top open. So right around here, curved corners go at the bottom, straight corners at the top. And then I want to leave just a little room between this brown edge. I want some of that blue to peek through, but I'm going to stay right in the middle of this lighter panel. We don't want to get too close to the crease here, especially with this thick of a piece. So I'm going to go on there like that. I always give a fold. This should be fine, but I always give a little fold just to check my folds. Now let's apply the pocket to the left-hand side. This one is going to be kind of a side tuck, and it's just going to pop in right there on the left. So glue on 3 sides. And place it down. Now that we have the inside done, let's go ahead and flip this over, and I'm going to fold this right in half. And you can see I've got shifted just a little bit. So if you have kind of a bad fit there, if something got off when you trimmed, like mine seems to have, then I'll just cut that with my scissors. I'm just going to grab my scissors and give that a little trim. And then I can touch that up with a little Distress ink later. All right, so folding this in half, this is going to be the front, the left-hand panel is going to flip over and be the front. And let's go ahead and get this strap here. Now it doesn't matter which way you put this on, it is kind of the same. I'm going to put mine this way, and I'm going to put this basically in the center. And the glue is going to go behind these rivet areas. So from here up and here down, no glue in this center area here. So I'm just going to actually use my thumb to kind of guard that area. And I'm going to make myself some little rectangles here. And I'd rather do a little smaller than too big because our buckle is going to slide in there. And then this is going to go just about in the center. If you're not sure, err a little bit to the right. Don't go too far to the left. And this should line up top and bottom and kind of run down the center here. We're going to wait to add the strap at the very end, so let's go ahead and grab all of our ephemera pieces. Now, most of these larger pieces are folding in half, and you're just going to glue the 2 halves together. So go ahead and go through the ticket, these 2 cards, this little piece of advertising with the map on it, and the money. All of these should be folded in half, and then the 2 halves glued together. So I'll just do one with you really quickly. I've got everything pre-folded already, and I'm just going to put glue on 1 half, fold this in half, and give it a little smooth with my hand or my bone folder. And I'm going to repeat that for all of the other ephemera pieces. All right, so I have all of my ephemera all folded and glued, and I am just going to open this up and let's start putting things in place. So I'm going to start with this hot air balloon. That's actually going to glue right here on this flipping panel. I'll just put some glue on the back of that and center that up right here. And then let's give that a flip. For our tall side pocket, I've got my 2 pieces of money and my air show ticket. Those should all slide in here. I like to spread everything out and make it look pleasant. We have an insurance card and an identification document. I'm going to take the two of these and slide them down into this pocket, right like that. We've got a railway ticket that should fit over here. And our little map, kind of a piece of advertising, I'm going to pop that into this pocket. And the rest of the tickets can just kind of go in wherever you like. They're just kind of little generic, fun suggestions of tickets for different things. Little stubs picked up along the way. So now that we have everything in our wallet, let's go ahead and fold this up and grab our strap. And I'm just going to fold this strap directly in half. You want to make sure this is very dry before you do this step. I'm going to fold it right in half, nice and even, and give it a crease. Then I'm going to slide this side right under the hole that we left. And then take our crease, wrap that right around the edge. Make sure you're nice and straight. Wrap it around, and we're going to glue this down on the back side. So make sure you don't get glue too close to the edge of your little wallet. Just kind of leave about a 1/4 of an inch in between, just to be safe. But I'm going to glue all the way to the end. I'm going to fold this over like so. And then I'm going to sit something heavy on top of it and just leave it be. You can hold it in place until your glue is dry, but you're going to want to let that set up really well. I'm just going to sit my distress ink right on top to keep it in place. All right, so my strap is now nice and dry, and I can use this to keep my wallet shut and to close it again. If yours is a little stiff, just kind of fold it back and forth a little bit, let it kind of curl and roll, and it should be working well in no time. So as I noted at the beginning of my video, this is going to go great with my Gilded Gear Marketplace kit. So I'm going to just pop that right in the box. There's lots of room in this box where if you wanted to do a small journal or other projects, there's a lot of room for you to add them in. And there we go. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I will see you in the next video.